Hold on. Wait.
Start live.
I'm just
All
getting
right.
water. I'm good.
I'll just do the intro then. Hey guys, Preston here. Welcome back to another video. This time in stream form, we're going to be doing our 2021 NBA playoff predictions. It's a little late, but okay. It just means we'll get the first round right.
Oh yeah.
I'm going to send a link out on YouTube. I mean, the stream out to like the group chat and stuff.
Yeah, you good.
And then
All
you want to start with the East first or the West?
right. Let's start with the East first, since the Bucks game just finished.
Okay. So yeah, we should probably give what the actual who's
Yeah.
leading the series when we do it.
Yeah.
It's the first round.
As of right now, the 76ers are winning the series 1-0 to the Wizards. The Knicks are winning. I mean, the Hawks are winning the series 1-0 to the Knicks. The Bucks now have 2 games to the Heat 0. The Nets 1-0 to the Celtics.
All right. So we'll let you take point on this if we're good to go.
Yeah. All right. Well, I think that the 76ers are going to sweep the Wizards 4-0. I could maybe see the Wizards getting 1 game, but I don't think they stand a chance of winning. Because I don't think they could stop Embiid, and that's going to be the big difference to me.
I'll give them the credit for fighting hard. You know, it's they worked their butt off that game. Let's see if
I'll make it fun.
Real quick, we got an audience prediction for the finals. Mavs over Bucks in 7. It's an interesting choice. I mean, the Mavs aren't bad, but we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see. That West is an interesting division, isn't it? When you got the Lakers as a 7 seed, it's who knows.
Yeah, the West is definitely interesting.
Yeah.
I actually got the Knicks beating the Hawks 4-2.
Okay. I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna run through. You said you have the Wizards getting swept, right? That's what you said. Okay. I'm gonna be a little more optimistic. I'm gonna say that the Wizards lose in 5. I mean, Philly's the 1 seed. I don't think they're the best team in the East, but I mean they earned that 1 seed. And the Wizards they're not. I don't know, something about their defense. I just don't trust them.
Yeah.
I mean, Westbrook can try to carry him as much as he can, but I don't think it's enough to get over the hedge. So, yeah, I agree with you. I'm just 1 game difference. I have them winning in 5. So now New York and Atlanta. You said the Hawks in 6. Is that what you said?
No, I think the Knicks will do it.
Knicks. Okay.
I have faith in New York. Yeah, 6.
I don't know, man. The way that
goes 7 though.
That was a tight game, and they're sound defensively, but that Hawks offense is pretty explosive, man.
Yeah, I'm not the biggest fan of Trae Young, to be honest. I don't really have faith in him, but that's the biggest reason. And I really like Julius Randle.
Yeah, well, I'm trying to think like logistically. Like it'll
be a close series.
I want the Knicks to win too. Like that's the better story, and that's fun.
Yeah.
But I just think I don't know roster wise. I think the Hawks are better.
Yeah.
But I don't know because they're also unproven. Like none of those guys, like Trae Young, definitely doesn't have playoff experience.
Both teams.
Well, yeah, Randall has a little bit, right, for the Knicks, but that's about it. I don't know. That's going to be a weird one, man. That's tough. I'm going to go just be different than you. I'm going to go Hawks in 7.
Yeah, I can see the game going. I can see the series going to 7. It'll definitely be
we got a few more
close series.
Comment to pop up. We got just someone agreeing with us about the Wizards, calling them more of a regular season team. I think that's fair. I mean, first off, when's the last time they don't get to the playoffs that often? When they do, they're the bottom ring.
Did they ever actually make the playoffs when there was Bradley and John Wall? I don't think they ever did they?
Maybe at least they probably
maybe an 8 seed.
Right? Yeah, the Wizards are like the epitome of the 8 seed. Like it's
they're kind of like the Trailblazers on the West. You know what I mean?
When you think 8 seed, you think Wizards, and then you got trying to justify the Mavs pick by calling Luka the next transcendent star.
I mean, Shannon Sharp calls him a baby bird, like Larry Bird. I could kind of see it, but I don't know.
I mean, he's really talented. I just don't know if it's like his time yet. You know?
Yeah,
like there's a lot of stars around. It's tough to be the guy above everyone else. You know.
Mm-hmm.
So we differed on Knicks and Hawks. Now Bucks and Heat, right?
I got the Bucks winning in 5. I could see the Heat
4.
maybe getting 1. 4.
No.
I honestly think they're gonna sweep, but
You trying to be nice?
I'm trying to be nice, and I think Jimmy could maybe steal 1. I mean, he almost stole the first game.
That first game was intense, man. That shows you how this Bucks team is. It feels different. than the other ones. You know, all the
bro. But this game, oh hell no, bro. They were on a mission
and murdered them today.
Yeah, I was.
It was not good. Yeah, I got the Bucks sweep, and I think obviously they're better now. Drew Holiday brings a lot to that team. Middleton it seems like he steps up in the playoffs. Giannis still can't hit free throws, but everything else he's dominant at.
Yeah.
They're sweeping. I feel like this is the year they might be able to make a little bit of noise. It'll be tough, but we'll see.
Mm-hmm. I got the Nets sweeping the Celtics. That's mainly because, they're the Nets, and I hate the Celtics. So,
Well, mine's not based off that. Mine's based off the Celtics are without Jaylen Brown, right? That's who I'm. So that, even with Brown, that would have been incredibly tough for them to do anything. But the fact they're without him in this Nets team, the big three are there now, and even Kyrie's playing motivated, which some people kind of worried about a little bit. They just look on, man, and it's going to be tough to beat them, especially a team when you're missing your second best player. So I have a feeling it's probably a sweep. I'm predicting a couple sweeps here, which usually doesn't happen, but I just feel like it seems like
all my sweeps are in the East.
Yeah, that makes sense. A little more lopsided in the East than it is in the West.
Do you want to keep going on the East side, or do you want to switch over to the West?
I think we should do the whole first round. I think we should do the first round of the West. And then...
Okay. Currently in the West, the Grizzlies are winning the series 1-0. The Mavs are winning against the Celtics 1-0. The Blazers are beating the Nuggets 1-0, and the Suns are beating the Lakers 1-0.
Okay.
And the Jazz and Grizzlies, I got an upset. I think I got the Grizzlies winning in 7.
No. I disagree.
I don't know. I think it's really optimistic, but
they're gonna play hard, and they battled their butts off last game to squeak out a win against a Mitchell-less Jazz team. Like Donovan Mitchell wasn't there, so I think him playing. He's confirmed to play game 2 already from everything I've seen. So just him back, I feel like it's just they're gonna be way better. It's just the Jazz. They have to be better, man. Just the way they played this year, it's like it's unexcusable if they somehow drop this series. 8 seeds don't beat 1 seeds that often, and I think the only reason they got that win was because Mitchell was gone. I think Mitchell still feels like kind of the heart of that Jazz team, man. Like you remember his playoff performances last year. Jude was dropping like 45, 50. Yeah. They were both so I got the Jazz in. I'll say 6. I think the Memphis can maybe squeak another win, but I'll go 6.
Yeah, I can see that. I like the Grizzlies, so fuck it.
So we differ there. Okay, so now LA, the Clippers, I should specify, versus the Mavs.
I got the Mavs winning, and I have it written down at 6, but I could also see it going to 7.
This is a weird one, man. The Clippers,
they're chokers.
Folding.
LAC, Los Angeles chokers.
It's in their bones, bro. The last big 3 choked too.
Honestly, last year it was definitely Paul George's fault, but this year I think it's Kawhi. To me, he's been playing in the last, I think I saw it today on Undisputed. In the last 20 games he's played, he's averaged 15 points. What? 15? And he's defensive wise, he's been okay. Bro, he didn't want to guard Luka. He specifically didn't want to guard him. Come on, bro. You're supposed to be the best defender on the team.
Yeah, it's his job. It should be in his job description is lockdown. He's not the same guy that put the Raptors on his back. This whole team. There's something about the Clippers where they just can't get it together. I kind of think Ty Lue's a bit of an overrated coach, if I'm just being honest. I think that
the whole situation where they were trying to blame Doc Rivers, and they're saying Ty Lue's going to change everything. He wasn't there the whole time. It was so stupid.
First thing Doc does is take the Phillies. Not the Phillies. The Philadelphia takes to the 1 seed. It's dude, obviously wasn't the problem. The players are still the problem. I don't know if it's they're not methane.
They try to blame fucking Harrell, and
Harold jump ship. He's a weird guy, isn't he? So I actually agree with you. I don't know. I might be a little bold. I'm gonna say 6. I don't know if it goes the way they played game 1. Can't happen, or it'll be over soon. So there's still a chance. I know we've only seen 1 game, and that's kind of impacting my decision. But just based off what happened last year with them, and what it kind of feels like, they're gonna crumble again.
Because like to me, last year the only reason they beat the Mavs is because they injured Luka. Like, okay, maybe it wasn't on purpose, but like, come on, bro. Like, that was what changed the series.
I think adversity crumbles this team. They're just not built for the playoffs, man. They're like what our comment was about the Wizards. The Clippers are also a regular season team.
Mm-hmm.
So I agree with you. I think Luka. We talked about Luka being one of those up and coming stars. I think he puts the team on his back and they beat the Clippers.
For sure.
So now we got Nuggets and Blazers.
This is a bold one for me. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
I got the Blazers upsetting at 4-2.
Actually, how many games?
In 6.
6. Okay. You know what? You're saying this is bold, but for some reason we're on the same wavelength recently, man.
The only reason I think it's bold is because I'm kind of like doubting the MVP and Jokic, but I'm not really doubting him. It's just without Jamal.
That's
like
my
then like concern. Bro, and like you know how like it's playoff P and playoff Braun. No, for me, the biggest like playoff like boost is Damian Lillard. That man is on another level in the playoffs.
He has to fight like crazy to get in, but when he does, he's gonna wreak havoc.
And the team in general, like they got really good, like chemistry wise. Like Melo's, like he accepts his role and he plays really well. CJ McCollum, he's a good like supporting star. Who else is there? Is Nurkic still there? Yeah.
Yeah. I think he's healthy finally too.
Yeah, like
maybe
they all just play well together.
And McCollum, isn't McCollum having his best year statistically? I think I saw something like that. So I just think that with the combination of Murray being gone, it just seems like Portland's destined to get a win. It seems like they're kind of back to where they were last year. Kind of dipped a little bit, and now they're back up to where they were. Can maybe go on a bit of a run again. I'd say 7-2 just to be optimistic. I mean, Jokic kind of had an uncharacteristically bad game, the game one. Like I think they said he had only 1 assist or something like that, which is kind of not typical of your MVP. But it's just the rest of that. His supporting cast now it's Michael Porter Jr. and Aaron Gordon, right? And to me, McCollum and Dame are better than the 3 there. So,
like a random question, but who do you honestly think should be the MVP? Because I think it's Jokic. I'm really so mad if it's Steph. Because we know
be
the MVP and not make the playoffs. Like
that's what it happens. MVP is always decided well before they actually vote for it. The media decides it like months in advance. That the Curry MVP talk's been on ESPN for 3 weeks or more than 3 weeks. So it's gonna be Curry. But I agree with you. It should be someone who's actually in it.
It's like, did you see when not Steph, Shaq and Chuck were arguing about it? And Shaq was like, well, I mean, he got the MVP in the All-Star game because he's the best player, so I think he should win the MVP. And I was like, what?
Yeah.
Like, come on, bro.
It's tough. It's tough because I get some of the arguments the other way because, I mean, you can't deny that Curry was obviously the most valuable player on his team by a mile. Like he carried that team.
If Curry isn't on that team, I don't even know if they would have
a lottery. The top 4 in the draft, but it's just he didn't do quite enough. I think if he could have beat the Grizzlies and got into the playoffs, maybe the argument would be a little stronger.
Yeah, maybe.
It's like, man, you didn't make the playoffs. And to be fair, the Jokic, he's obviously the best player on his team too. This isn't like a LeBron and AD together kind of thing. Like Jokic is better than the rest of the players on the Nuggets. Yeah. Like he's a huge part of their success.
Yeah, like Jamal might be able to score more, but like that's.
But we know what's going to happen, right? He's a foreign player, not a lot of market appeal. Plays in Denver. It's just he won't win.
He's like a quiet guy. Like he's not really.
That's not a personality, and plays in a small market. They won't give it to him.
No, it's
gonna be Curry. But I agree with you. We went on a little bit of a tear. Oh, here we go. We got an excellent comment right here. China owns LeBum. I agree. Is the facts.
Hold on. Who's that? George Gamma? Hold on. I got something for George right here. Give me a second.
Then we got. Oh, George is trying to plug himself.
Hold this, buddy.
Now, dang. I'll let him get his 2 seconds of fame, even though this probably won't get much views. There's his Instagram. Follow this guy for. I mean, he doesn't post, but if you want to stare at nothing,
go report it. All right.
He timed it perfectly. because now it's time to talk about LeBron.
Yeah.
So go ahead. This is where we're definitely disagreeing here, 100%. So go ahead.
Do you have the series going to 7 games?
Yeah, I'll go 7.
Okay.
I'm feeling nice.
I think it'll definitely be 7 games. But I got the Lakers.
Tempted to say 6, but you're wrong. It's
No.
the Suns are winning this, man.
I don't think so.
Yes.
I think. Okay.
I want to hear it. Tell me about it.
I think the biggest reason the Lakers
is
lost
is AD done playing like garbage?
I think it's AD and LeBron. LeBron after the second half didn't shoot, or like he was hesitant to shoot for some reason, and like. When you start off the game scoring 13 points in the first quarter, like come on, bro, like you got it. You're on fire. Go.
He was ice cold after that.
Yeah, but you gotta shoot your way out of it. Like you're LeBron. Come on, I get it. You like to look for you call yourself a pass first player, but like you gotta shoot your way out of it.
Yeah.
And like AD, if AD stops playing as like a what's the word for it? Like a center that shoots threes. What's the word for that? There's like a term for it.
I can tell you.
You know what I'm talking about, right? Like,
yeah.
He tries to play like a stretch big. Like he tries to shoot threes and like he could do it, but like, bro, you got what's his name? Crowder. What's his first name? Jay Crowder. Like, bro, he's 4 inches shorter than you. Like, if you push him, he's not gonna be able to guard you in the paint. But if you're on the perimeter, he can guard you. Like, and I think that's the biggest thing. Like, okay, you might be able to shoot you might be able to make like 4 or 5 threes, and that'll help. But if you can drop like 20 plus in the paint, like, come on, bro, you got to go for that. Like, you're a good free throw shooter too. Like, if you get fouled, like, you're good. Yeah, and then Chris Paul too had a bad end to the game, which might not happen often, but like, if his arm is actually messed up how it is and he can't dribble with it, like, this is the time to capitalize. You have to win.
Yeah, I'm hoping he pulled a LeBron and he's fine. This is a fake injury.
It wasn't a fake injury.
How many timeouts is LeBron gonna take by laying on the ground? 80 seconds. You saw that graphic, right? Where he was on the ground longer than Joe Burrow when he tore his ACL, for crying out loud. Yeah. I just think the combination of a crazy motivated Booker who came out on fire and CP3 who's off that Clippers team. This dude's a veteran. He's experienced. He knows basically everything you can. He's highly motivated, and I think he inspires that whole team. I think the chemistry.
I don't think Booker could play like that for 7 games.
I don't know, man.
I don't think so. I think Booker will give you like 22 plus, but I can't see him getting 30. What is it? 34?
I think he's gonna have.
I can't do that.
I think he's gonna have a series kind of like that. We talked about it already, about Mitchell and Murray last year, where they were just going off for a whole series. I think that's something Booker could do, man. I think it's his time to shine. He's one of those budding stars too. He's finally getting his chance to show that he is. And you pair him with CP3, who's just, I mean, dude's a dude, man. We don't talk about him enough, I think, and he gets a chance to show him who he is in the playoffs again.
He's for sure. I think he's a first ballot Hall of Famer, to be honest.
I think Ayton's playing better if he's back. I think he's back. It's not really dumb. He's not, but
and they're getting out rebounded too, which is fucking insane because you got AD and Drummond. Like, both of them combined had 1 less rebound than Ayton had.
So I kind of
that's because AD kept playing on the wing. Like, come on, bro. If he goes to the paint, I think he out rebounds Ayton, and I think that helps.
I just don't think it's the Lakers' year, man. They just want it. They're not. They don't seem just as intense as they were. It doesn't seem like the fire's the same.
And
with also, to be honest, they've been banged up all year too.
It's Schroeder, bro. Like, he's playing for a contract. And like, you could tell because like he keeps trying to take shots and keeps trying to play on his own, and it's
your big 3, if you count Schroeder as the 3, didn't really have a great game 1. To be fair, like I said, you could be right, man. It is the Lakers, it is LeBron. They show up. People said the same stuff I kind of said last year when Portland won game 1.
The first game, yeah.
But I think this
the Suns are definitely different than the Blazers, yeah, for sure, yeah.
So I still think they win it in 7. So obviously this could break my complete bracket. I'm guessing you'll probably take the Lakers all the way to the finals. So
no, but I think the difference is going to be AD because LeBron, he'll do his usual shit. But if AD doesn't get in the paint, I can't see them winning. Personally,
he's got to step up. Disney had a bad game. The best one I saw was The best one I saw was
A
A
Doofus. Yeah, A Doofus. That shit was funny. So.
I'll let George get some shine again.
Okay.
And then we'll
in the next round, for me, I think, do we both have the 76ers? And, oh, yeah, 76ers and Hawks, right?
I have Hawks, you have Knicks, yeah. So
I still have the 76ers winning in 5.
Okay.
No matter what team goes through.
I probably have to agree with you. I'd say 6. I'm not as high on this Sixers team as some other people are, but I just think
they have an easy run. I think they have an easy run.
I think the Knicks or Atlanta really aren't ready for the Sixers team. Mm-hmm. They're well coached, obviously. I mean, they got good players. I don't like them at all, so I have to put my hate aside when I say this, but I think the Sixers get it done, yeah. No, I'd say 6, though, just to be a little more fair to the other teams. So then we both have
Bucks and Nets.
That should be a crazy series.
I got it a 7-game series. Now, I may be crazy for this, but I got the Bucks.
Dude. Okay. You know,
I think the biggest thing, I think if it is going into a 7-game series, I think there's going to be some, maybe not beef is the right word, but there's going to be like maybe a storm like building up between the big 3. Because they're all going to want to take the last shot, and they're all going to want to be that guy.
Heads eventually?
I don't think KD will, but I think Harden and Kyrie will, in a way. Like, they might not show it, but they're both going to be like, pass the ball.
I feel like
I do think KD should be the guy. KD should be the guy to take the last shot, personally. Because to me, he's one of the best shooters ever. Like, that man is just incredible at shooting.
I don't like him too much, but he's proven he knows how to play on a team with multiple stars too. So if anything, he could help the other guys.
But he took over that Warriors team. He became the guy, and that's what helped them win.
So we'll just see how this plays out. I have to disagree. As much as I despise the Nets doing, forming that super team and winning, I think they will. I will say it will probably go 6 or 7 though. Like I said, I do think this Bucks team is better. And they got a lot to play for, if we're being honest, man, because they keep coming in like preseason favorites.
They paid Giannis and Holiday a lot, and
then they had that fiasco with who I can't remember. Do you remember in the offseason who they tried to sign or who they had signed before? Like they said it was.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, and I forget the word for it too. It's what does LeBron do that people roast him for? When he talks to players on other teams, what's that term again? Why am I forgetting?
I know what you're talking about. He's
but they tried to sign him before they could or something like that. Is what happened.
They announced it before it was even done. Yeah, I remember. It was really.
They probably would have helped. Yeah. But I do think. I mean, Drew's playing well.
For me, either of these two teams is going to make it to the final. Personally, I think they could both beat the 76ers easily.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, maybe not easily, but I think they could.
They're just better.
Yeah.
So they definitely got the tougher draw. The fact you got the Nets and Bucks running into each other in the second round is crazy.
That's crazy, yeah.
That's how it played out, I guess.
Because if the Bucks would have maybe lost a game or two and dropped to the 4th, then they would meet up in the Eastern Conference Final.
Yeah.
But obviously that didn't happen.
It seems like an Eastern Conference Final matchup just happening earlier,
really?
which I imagine it's what we're both going to end up doing, just with different picks. I think the Nets get it done. I think their big 3, if they continue to play like they did, which seems like they can do. Like we talk about this stuff where they don't mesh well and stuff, but they meshed pretty well in the regular season. And there's times where guys they're all vets too, so give them some credit there, right?
Yeah.
There tends to be this thing where you can put your differences aside come playoff time. Sometimes that ring matters more than they're not the Clippers, that sometimes that ring matters more. And I think they'll be motivated.
Out of the 3 players, the one that cares about the ring the most has to be Harden, because he's the only one that doesn't have any.
Yeah.
Kyrie, I think he'd like one, and just so because he doesn't say it a lot, but I honestly think he wants to prove that he doesn't need LeBron.
Yeah.
But you got KD and Harden.
But they can't. They know
KD definitely doesn't care. He wants to win, but he doesn't need the ring. You know what I mean?
They'll be a meme for decades if they fall apart. If they lose second round after forming this thing.
They got Blake Griffin too, and DeAndre Jordan.
They had Jordan. I swear they had someone else randomly too. Them and the Lakers just get players. Oh, here we got a take from Alex agrees with you. Thinks the Nets will find a way to choke it.
Yeah.
But I think what we have to remember is this is the Bucks we're talking about, man. They're the team that's been choking. They're the team falling apart every season.
I think Giannis steps it up, personally.
Yeah. Obviously, they're a better team this year than last year. I think we can all agree on that. Drew brings that element they didn't have before. You know, they missed Brogdon pretty bad last year, and now they get Holidays in there instead, and he helps a lot. I just think the big three, if they're on, and I'm a ride with the fact that they will be on, I think no one's going to stop them. And so, regretfully, I have them beating the Bucks. I will be rooting for the Bucks if that were to actually be the scenario, though.
Yeah.
So now we're back
on to the West. We both have the Mavs, but you have them going against the Jazz. I have them going against the Grizzlies. If it's the Grizzlies, I think they win it in 5. If it's the Jazz, I can see it in 6, but I still got the Mavs winning, personally.
Yeah, me too. I like the Jazz. They were dominant at times this regular season, man. Like, they were on fire. Weren't they on, like, a crazy winning streak or something for a while this year?
Yeah, until they met against one team. Can you guess what team that is?
Oh.
The Lakers.
The Lakers. No, I was going to say the Pistons. Come on. I do agree with you, though. I just think this Jazz team –
they're good, but they're not.
They feel like they're kind of starting to unwind.
They're a good team, but I don't think they're a great team. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I know what you mean. They're solid. They're a team. It's the key word. Like, they don't have the stars, but they're a team. They don't got a Luka on their team.
Here's the thing. If one of them doesn't play good, they fall apart.
I really think that whole series is kind of dependent on Mitchell being the guy.
Yeah. They're like what the Spurs used to be. They all play well together, but if one of them plays bad, they all play bad.
Yeah. And we'll see. I don't remember Conley's stat line from Game 1, but I think their big guys didn't really impress too much when they lost. So.
And then, do we both have the Blazers? Yeah, right?
Yeah, we both got the Blazers, and then I got the Suns, and you have the Lakers.
I think the Lakers win it in 5. If the Suns go through, I got them probably winning in 5 as well. Bro, no. Like, Portland, they're a good team, but, like,
yeah, to be fair,
it's definitely been the Lakers.
The Lakers and Suns are better than the Nuggets or Blazers, if you ask me. It's tough. Also, just to go back to the last one, it's tough for me to pick against the Jazz. I do think Luka gets it done, though, so I have the Mavs in 7 there. And then for this, I got Phoenix beating the Trailblazers in 6 games.
6.
I'm high on Phoenix this year. They played hard. They earned that spot. I think CP3 gets some stuff going. D-Book shines.
How many years does Chris Paul have on that deal? I know he's not a free agent this year, but he has
I wish I knew.
Next year, right?
Is it a trade, or did he sign with the Suns?
Look, he got traded from the Thunder, but like the Thunder, I know the Thunder wanted a lot.
He's been on a journey, bro. That's all I know. I don't know. Was he might still be on his Houston contract, as far as I know. I don't even know.
I know this year the biggest free agents. It's Kyle Lowry, which is kind of, but like
it's the next class is big after this year.
Yeah, the next one is fucking insane.
Yeah. So.
I think Kyle Lowry and Dennis Schroeder, those are the 2 biggest free agents next year, which is kind of.
So the Lakers will just swap them, right? They'll take Lowry next year.
I'd rather have Lowry because Lowry, he's not trying to be the star. Schroeder's definitely trying to play for a big contract.
So now for back to the East. We both have it. No, actually, we're a little different, right? So you have Philly versus Milwaukee, and I got the Nets versus Philly. So I'll let you go first.
I think regardless, the Philly loses. I got the Bucks winning in 6. If the Nets go through, I probably got to win. I probably got them winning in 5, maybe 6.
Just to be nice to the Sixers, I mean, you make it to the conference finals. I think you play tough no matter what. So I'm kind of agree. You mentioned 6 games, so I think the Nets win in 6 games. I think, obviously, the Sixers are well coached enough to steal a game or 2. But like I said, if the Nets are on, they're on, man. And you're not stopping KD. He's going to tear through this. He's going to prove to himself, basically, because everyone else kind of knows what he's about, but they'll prove to himself. And I think they win. And then, real quick, another comment to show, I guess. We got Anthony chiming in with his take. He's got the Suns in the chip, bro. The Suns. You can walk away, dude. Actually, now that I think about it, I might have the Suns in it too. I think the winner comes from the East this year. Is all I'm going to say. That's my
really.
Yeah. I mean, I think if the Bucks or the Nets make it, they can win. But it's definitely the Nets.
I'll tell you. Are
you really going to tell me? Time out. You're really going to tell me the Nets are not better than the Lakers right now? You're going to honestly say that? You believe that in your heart?
I do.
You really do. Let's compare players.
Okay, hold on. No. On paper, the Nets are definitely better.
Yeah.
But
and based off their first playoff game, the Nets are also better. I mean, just what we've seen. All
I'm saying is that one team has already proven that they can win it all, and the other team is trying to prove that they can play together and win it all.
Doesn't count.
Shut the fuck up.
No bubble. AD can't play without the bubble, man. He needs his bubble.
They'll just build one around Staples Center.
I just think we know what basketball's kind of become, man, and so big threes matter. And the Nets' big three, when their third best player is James Harden, your third best player is Schroeder, or maybe Drummond sometimes. Like your third best player just kind of rotates. So I think the Nets are better.
I'll tell you this: if LeBron makes it to the final, you don't think he puts up a fight? Like you really doubt him?
He puts up a fight every final.
You can't doubt the king. Yeah, he doesn't win them all.
He's lost like half his final appearances. But,
Yeah. Okay. the only one I can't like defend is the 2011 one against the Mavs. Like the 2007 one, it was literally LeBron versus a bunch of grown ass men in San Antonio. Like that.
Was that Mavs team the last team without a big three, like to win a title?
I think so.
They had a last
who was that? Well, after that was Miami. After that.
Unless the Spurs got one again, and I'm forgetting.
Yeah, the Spurs won again, but like
Miami won back.
Kawhi, Tim Duncan, Tony Parker, Manu Ginobili, like
no one knew Kawhi is now. They were kind of stacked,
Yeah, and after that it was Miami again, and then it was the Warriors. Yeah, Warriors, and then Cavaliers. Yeah, but yeah, I mean LeBron's lost in 2007. Like no one else on the team had more than 14 points per game. Like come on. And he was a kid, man.
Yeah.
And then I can't defend the Mavs one. That was the big choke. He won the two with the Heat. He lost to the Spurs, but that one was a good team. Yeah, I get it.
So now we're back at the top. So I have Nets, and I guess now we need to finish out the West, don't we? So you have it as Mavs versus Lakers.
Yeah.
And I have it as Suns versus Mavs. So I'll let you do yours first.
In the West?
Yeah. To figure out who's playing the Bucks for you and the Nets for me.
This might be a shock to you, but I got the Mavs winning at 7.
Wait, what? Are you serious?
Yeah.
Yes. So wait, I'm more confused. So obviously, the Mavs are way better than the Suns. Then, if you got the Lakers making it to the Mavs and then the Mavs beat them.
I think if the Mavs ran against the Suns, the Mavs will be not easily, but they win it in like 5 or 6.
You think it's just the Mavs year, man? You feeling that?
I think they're clicking. They're all playing well. Luka's on fire. Okay, well maybe not on fire, but he starts the games off really well, and
I'm struggling to remember who's all on that team. If I'm being honest.
Okay, because it's like Luka definitely gets all the attention, and to a degree, so does Kristaps Porzingis, and that leaves Tim Hardaway Jr. and Willie Cauley-Stein basically wide open. Those are two of the. They're like Joe Harris, but better. Like they could make threes like nothing. And that's what was happening in the second half of the game against the Clippers. They kept trying to guard Luka. Luka's like, all right, here you go, Hardaway. Here you go, Willie Cauley-Stein. I think they each combined for 11 threes. That's 30.
Well,
that's 33 points right there. Come on, bro.
That's tough to maintain too, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. I mean, because if the Clippers can't contain them, like what other team defensively could do it? Think about it.
When did the Mavs play? Oh, here it is.
I think they play tomorrow. I think so.
Yeah, they play.
Finney
went off. They still got Kristaps. I mean, he's not New York Kristaps anymore, but he's still there. Hardaway went off. So this is more example of that. It's like the old Mavs we talked about, where it's not a big 3. It's not even a big 2, really. It's
a big one with a good cast.
You got a star and a really solid cast. You think that Okay, this might be a little bold. Do you think they're the deepest team in this playoffs?
No, I definitely think the Nets are the deepest team, personally.
Outside the big three?
The Clippers also have a really deep team. They just can't play well.
They should be. Yeah, I don't know. So, Mavs versus Suns. That one's tough for me, too. I don't know. It feels crazy. Honestly, I don't think anyone coming into the year probably would have been like, yeah, it's gonna be the Mavs versus the Suns in the Western Conference Final. Like, that's not something people thought about. But it's really tough, man. For the sake of being different, and because I already know who my champion is, anyways, I'll say the Suns win in 7. I think it's gonna be tough no matter what. Suns win in 7. Got some more hot takes. Anthony calls the Clippers garbage. Straight up garbage.
Okay, now they're a good regular season team. That's about it.
Do you think they'd beat – this is more of interesting just to think about these conferences. Do you think they'd beat most of the Eastern teams?
The Clippers? I think the Clippers beat everyone on the East except for the Nets, Bucks, and Sixers.
Yeah, probably. I think they'd be the fourth best.
You know, I even think the Heat
Sixers,
could beat them,
maybe?
to be honest.
Yeah. So to me, I'll go Suns. I'm going to keep riding this. Like, this is CP3's year, man. He needed Houston to show him.
I would love the Suns to win. Like, if the Lakers don't win, I either want the Mavs or Suns to win. Which, I mean, I guess they're the other people most likely to win.
I'm rooting for every small market team, basically.
I would love for Luka to win. I'd love for CP3 to win. So I wouldn't mind those teams winning.
Honestly, I wouldn't even mind if the Bucks win.
I just want the Nets to lose.
I want the Nets to lose, and I want the Lakers to lose.
If the Bucks make it to the finals, then I'd probably root for
Giannis deserves at least one, man, if I'm being honest. Even though they're in my division, I think they deserve at least one.
Yeah, I think for me, I got the Mavs and Bucks as the final, and I got the Bucks winning.
There you go. So this is the time. This is their year. Giannis and the crew finally get it done. The coach gets to keep his job. They ride off to the sunset of Milwaukee. The one small market team that gets respect. So we both have Eastern teams, which is so we're pretty, for the most part, we're pretty close in our predictions again. But I got the Nets, unfortunately, regrettably. I hope I'm wrong. I hope this is like what the Clippers did last year. But
like, if by some miracle the Celtics win it, that's the only time I'd ever celebrate the Celtics winning anything.
Yeah.
That's just because I like Brooklyn until they did the big three. Like when it was KD and when it was just KD and Kyrie, I was like, hell yeah, that's a good combo. I think they do it good. They're like, no. We need Harden. We need Griffin.
No, the NBA is too balanced. Like, blow it up again. NBA is not allowed to be balanced for more than 10 games.
I don't understand how like their bench has to be on horrible contracts, right, for it to make sense. Like contracts.
They're taking. Well, that's what happens. You get your big three, and then big names who probably they're not the same, but they're still good depth guys. They flock to you for cheap deals. I mean,
but Griffin's contract is insane too.
Are you sure? No, didn't he get cut or something? I swear he got cut. Is what happened.
I thought he got traded.
He definitely
he got cut. That makes sense.
He got cut. It wasn't Drummond. Drummond's not on a big deal anymore either. Didn't he sign cheap to the Lakers?
Yeah, Drummond got cut.
Yeah, it's what happens.
Don't they got DeMarcus too? Don't they got Cousins? Or his Cousins?
To me, I haven't thought about Boogie in so long.
That's because he's not who he used to be. But like, actually, Marcus Cousins. I gotta figure it out.
2020, I was playing with the Clippers.
He's on the Clippers? Damn.
Dude, ESPN's so disrespectful. Their bio for DeMarcus Cousins is showing me a picture of Serge Ibaka.
Oh my god!
I don't know if you could have to find it. I don't know if you can see it or not. See, that's not DeMarcus.
Oh my god! That's fucked up, bro.
It's so disrespectful.
Just because they're black. Hold on.
Whoa! The last thing I need is race talk on this. This is NBA only. Dude, is that your real phone?
It's my old iPhone, boys.
Look at this, bro.
Look at this shit.
Bad. Oh, man. That's crazy. So, yeah, I got the Nets winning it all, unfortunately. And then you got the Bucks. I think for fun, you know what? We still have the brackets pulled up. In order of all the teams in the playoffs, I want you to kind of put number one is the team you want to see win most, and then the bottom one is the one you want to
you know what number one is going to be.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you want the Lakers to win the most?
I want the Lakers to win the most. The second, I definitely put the Mavs.
Mm-hmm.
Third, if by some miracle, the Knicks, I would love that.
I'd be happy for them. It's one of the only times I'm rooting for a small market, for a big market. Sorry, they're clearly not a small market.
Bro, they're like the second most valuable team in the NBA. They're only behind the Lakers. Like, that's fucking insane, bro.
They're one of the most valuable franchises
in the world. Yeah. New York teams in general, the Yankees,
Giants.
I guess the Nets to a degree too, because Brooklyn is part of New York.
If we just want to look, the teams I don't want to win no matter what, for sure, it's I've kind of root against both. I root against both LA teams. I definitely root, and I root against Miami and Philly. It's like if
why
Miami won, what?
Why Miami?
Really?
Yeah.
Dude,
I like Butler. Oh, okay, yeah, I get it.
You know why? It's Miami. First up, when they had LeBron, they were always freaking joking us. And then last year, they screwed with us. I just don't like Jimmy Butler either, man. He gets on there. Really? People, you love him or you hate him, and I'm team hate him. I'd love him if he was on the Pacers, of course. But he's a guy, he gets under your skin. And he just annoys me, man. He just does.
To me, he's like I just got a Twitter notification that says, "What the fuck, Dame?" So he either hit something crazy or like he's injured.
I need to see. I'm gonna look on camera for a bit. So I'll tell you real quick, score-wise, the Nuggets are up on the Blazers right now. I think it's on the NBA game on. I'll put it on the background.
What was I talking about before?
Jokic, just an update for you. Jokic has 22 points right now, and they're up 6.
Only up 6?
Yeah, they're up 6. With a minute left till halftime. You know, if you'd be down, I'm just going to throw this on you now kind of randomly. Since this is so easy to do, you want to do this throughout the playoffs?
I'm not.
Let's get like an NBA podcast going, bro. It's so perfect. Yeah. Basically what this is.
You want to do it daily? Or do you want to
That's up to you. I can do it basically as often as you want. We don't have to do it daily. We can probably do it.
I could definitely do it easily on weekends.
Yeah.
You know, Fridays.
We could do it could be every weekend, or you could do something where it's like every 2 days, because that way you get all the games in.
A couple games, yeah. Since we did one today on Monday, we'll do one on Wednesday and Friday.
Yeah, it's just fun.
Monday. Oh, and then Monday I'll recap the Saturday and Sunday. Oh yeah, that's good.
Now, if Memphis won somehow, I'd be happy. If Washington won somehow, I'd be happy. I wouldn't hate the Bucks winning, even though most of the time I root against them. Mm-hmm. And it's about Utah. Utah and Denver must be cool to see if they win.
I was gonna say something, but I can't remember because I got interrupted by 2 notifications.
I'm just gonna pop up more comments.
What was it talking about?
Randomly heard us say Giants. Yes, the Giants, who are gonna go 6-11 again this year. It's the Giants. If 49ers aren't on the most valuable team, they did indeed lose a Super Bowl. Oh, Anthony agrees with us about the Giants. Oh man.
Fuck, what was I saying? Okay, we're talking
about Portland, or was it about Denver? Or was it just about doing the podcast? I'm trying to help.
It was before that. Yeah, I'm trying to remember. Okay, I think we were trying to talk about Jimmy Butler.
Yeah, I was saying why I hate him. And I was saying I don't like the Heat. So basically, all I brought up is I don't like Butler. I was going to go on more of a tangent. I was see if you can jog your memory again. But Heat-wise, other reasons I don't like him. I think they got too much attention last year. Like, just did. They became too big of a story. And Tyler Hero annoys me too. He feels like he's a living embodiment of TikTok or something. And then I'm happy hold on. He's having a down year too, isn't he?
He's on a what?
Isn't he having a down year?
No, probably.
Like he's not as good as last year.
I wouldn't doubt it. Hold on, I'm gonna open the stream and go to like the 40.
Are you trying to watch back and see what you said? If anyone got comments, now's the time. It's only people I know in the group in the comment section right now. I wonder if I can. Do I need to change the thumbnail and stuff? I'm gonna mess with that. See if it lets me. Talk about the Rockets. Okay, I'll talk about the Rockets. Jesus is in the video. Is in the chat now.
I cut. Oh my god.
I'll talk about the Rockets. I'll bring that up.
Oh my god.
Did you
remember?
All right, real quick. Hopefully this doesn't ruin your memory, but did you see that?
Can you
okay,
hear
go
me?
ahead. You go first. I can hear you. Can you not hear me?
I can't hear you.
Oh, you know what we'll try to do? I'll leave
and
then come back.
Oh,
you hear me?
I
Hello.
can hear now. Okay.
Yeah, okay. Something weird.
What was I gonna say? To me, Jimmy Butler, because you said he's like annoying and he just annoys when he gets it. To me, he's like Patrick Beverly, but good. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, but good. He took an extra level. But
like
good.
Patrick Beverly, like the best thing about him is that he's a good defender, but like I don't see him as a good defender. I just see him as a pain in the ass. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Here we go. Now we got more questions coming in. So basically, just who's the rookie of the year for you? There's really only two options, right?
Okay, like they're probably gonna give it to
LaMelo.
Oh my god, what's his name? No. What's the name of the guy from Minnesota?
Oh, Edwards.
Anthony Edwards. They're probably gonna give it to Edwards because LaMelo got injured.
Okay.
I think it's only because LaMelo got injured. But if he didn't get injured, I'd definitely give it to LaMelo. Only because his team had better success.
Yeah,
he played a little bit better.
It's tough for me though because I think part of the something I just feel like this will be on voters' minds is the last thing you saw LaMelo do is lay a dud when his team got blown out in the play-in. You know, he had 14 points against us. We beat him by 40. I think Edwards is better. I just think Edwards is better. And the LaMelo hype killed me this year. I don't think he's bad. I don't want to hate on him, but I mean, all you got to do is go to Bleacher Report or ESPN. It's LaMelo Report, basically. Everyone had jokes about that too because it's all they showed.
Yeah. LaMelo was like a mini LeBron with the hype around it. Yeah, it's like I think
did a good job.
What will help him is that his team kind of overachieved, but I think that'll hurt him in the long run because they're probably going to get a decent, they're going to get an okay lottery pick, unless they fucking get lucky. And I think Minnesota has a bright future if they can keep Cat. I mean, Cat might not want to leave because I don't know if a lot of teams are going to pay him.
Are you sure?
But if he wants to win, he should leave. You know what I mean?
They can't win. They had you would think they'd be better than what they were with Edwards, Cat, and Russell.
Especially,
they should have been.
Remember when Butler was there? That oh my god! They should have at least made it. What were they 12?
Yeah. Here's a guy we haven't talked about yet. I don't know if you want to talk about him at all, but Alex brought up Quickly, who I believe is he in third in most of these discussions. People bring him up as the third guy.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't know who that is.
Is that Emmanuel Quickly?
What team does he play for?
Is Alex bringing up the right guy? I think this is someone else. Who's the Sacramento rookie? Because that's a guy I see third place.
Oh my God.
Is that Halliburton?
Tyrese.
Okay. Halliburton's third. Quickly's just out of discussion. Alex is just bringing up random names. But all right, real quick, I pulled up the stats on LaMelo too.
Before Wiseman got hurt, he was doing pretty good too for the Warriors.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he was the first overall pick, right?
I think he was second, wasn't he?
Who had the first pick overall?
Wasn't
it the Warriors?
Minnesota. It was Minnesota.
Oh, yeah, it was Minnesota.
And then it was the Warriors.
Warriors went. What's his face? Wiseman.
LaMelo fell fourth. I remember that. I don't know who was
third. I wish I remembered too.
I think
who wasted the third pick, or was it Halliburton? It wasn't.
It might have been. Yeah, it might have been Halliburton. Which I mean, I feel like LaMelo kind of suits Charlotte in a way. You know what I mean?
Just so you know, I got the stats ready. So for Edwards this year, he was 19 points per game, almost 5 rebounds per game, and basically 3 assists per game. And then your boy LaMelo was at 15.7, so 16 points per game, 6 rebounds per game, and 6 assists per game. So pretty close. Obviously, Edwards is doing more with the points department. LaMelo makes cool passes, so that's cool and all, but the Bulls.
LaMelo would probably give him a little more media attention, but
Is Alex right? When did the Bulls
It's
pick?
really close. I think
you mentioned the Bulls. Were they the pick before? And they wasted on that Florida State kid?
They picked like some random guy.
He was a bench player. He came off the bench. He was the sixth man for Florida State. That was a funny pick. I remember. Oh, Quickly plays for the Knicks. Is that Emmanuel Quickly? That's the name in my head. But I feel like he's not a rookie. I have to look him up too. But to me, it's between. Really, we all already know it's between. It's between Edwards and LaMelo, basically. To me, I think Edwards is better, and numbers-wise, he did better. He's probably. I don't want to talk too much because I'm not real sure about his defensive skill, but to me, he's probably better defensively than LaMelo is. Honestly, that whole Charlotte team's bad at defense.
LaMelo's not really a great defender.
Patrick Williams was the Bulls pick.
Bridges! I love their numbers. It's so funny.
And then Alex, we talked about this earlier in the stream, so you can go back and rewatch it, but we both think it should go to Jokic instead of Curry.
I think Curry's probably going to win it.
Curry will win it, but it shouldn't be. He was third.
Early in the season, I actually thought Embiid was earning it, and then it kind of fell off a little bit. But
is there a third guy in the mix or not really?
Probably. I've heard some people say that CP3 might get a couple of votes, but he's definitely not going to win it. Yeah, you're not going to win an MVP with 16 points. You're not Steve Nash, you know.
Yeah, CP3 had some time. And now this is another one of the last topics we got, just because I thought this would be fun. I didn't get to my remark yet. So, have you seen the picture that was going around that the 2018 Rockets? Everyone that was on that team they're all on a team who's in the playoffs right now. Like they're all gone. The starting five, and I think even a role player or two. They're all gone, and they're all on playoff teams now. And the Rockets are.
What about Eric Gordon? Is he still on the team? Is he even starting anymore?
Is Eric Gordon on the Bucks? Is that where he went? Didn't Gordon go to the Bucks?
I know Aaron Gordon. Went to the Nuggets, but Eric Gordon, I have no idea.
I just never. Oh, if I could find the picture, it'd be awesome. But yeah, I just remember they showed the graphic. It's like everyone who was on the Rockets in 2018 is now all on playoff teams. But hey, if the tank works for them, the tank works. It's a gamble to me. Tanking in the NBA.
They gotta.
You can't mess up those picks.
Yeah.
And also, I know Alex doesn't want to think about it, but the picks they got from the other teams, they're late first. They're not high first. Like their pick has a great chance to be number one.
Because I know they got a pick from the Nets and like.
So Tucker went to the Bucks. That's the guy I was thinking about. And apparently Gordon's been injured.
Okay.
So the Thunder and the Rockets are doing
the picks they got from the Nets. I don't think they'll be that great.
Didn't they get picks from the Clippers?
They're doing better though, because like the Thunder, because
I forgot. Yeah, the Rockets.
I know the Thunder got picks from the Rockets.
The Rockets are gambling on picks from the Nets.
Does the Thunder have the Rockets pick?
No, the Nets are guaranteed to go to the finals, basically. So it's like they're going to have late first paired with theirs. We'll see what happens. Some of these teams have too many. Like the Thunder legitimately have too many.
Yeah, the Thunder are doing it better. Like, yeah, they have a shit ton, but like they have a good like young core, and they got like these good picks. Like, if they could get like maybe like a couple of veterans, maybe not PJ Tucker, but like that level of veterans, you know, that have been in the league for a good amount, they could like mentor them.
The Rockets
might be really good.
It is. They just need
the Thunder need like maybe 4 or 5 years. But
I'm still grateful.
That's like a decade thing.
I'm still grateful, but I do think it was dumb how they got LeVert and Jared Allen in that trade for Harden, and they flipped them for nothing. I mean, they for an injury-prone Oladipo who left them in half the season. Like they could have had LeVert on their team still. That's what's crazy to me.
Yeah.
I'm grateful, but why would you? I don't know why they even thought about it. Plus, LeVert's guaranteed. He's on like a 3 or 4 year.
That trade probably saved his life. That's what.
Yeah, that's the good thing. And also, I'm obviously happy he's on my freaking team. I love that. It's just that's just a mess from the Rockets. It's like, how do you? They somehow made the Harden trade even worse for him than it had to be. Because like, at least they could have had LeVert and Allen, but now they got rid of them both. And John Wall, what's out? But I don't. Real quick, where would John Wall even go? Like, who wants him?
No, hell no. No team is gonna want that contract.
He has to get cut if he wants out, right?
Yeah, and then the Rockets are going to want to do that because they want to leak something.
Yeah.
Maybe they could convince Sacramento.
Someone who's desperate. Then there's another team who you look back at their roster and you're like, how did they not win? When they had everyone. They had KD, Westbrook, Harden. That team was stacked and they didn't do anything. So real quick, we got.
You know why they didn't win? You know why they didn't win? The GOAT! LeBron. What's his middle name?
The 1 year it had to be the Warriors, right? Because everyone talked about you can't beat them, join them.
They had a 3-1 lead against the Warriors.
Yes, they did.
Yeah. But like, you
had
a 3-1 lead, bro. 3-1.
So the Rockets are gambling on. So the Rockets' other picks are from playoff teams, the Blazers and Bucks. So it's like they're not that great of picks. But I guess you have numbers, so you just take as many people as you can.
If Dame ends up leaving Portland for some reason, then the Trailblazers picks might become decent, but I can't see that happening.
I don't think. I think Anthony's probably wrong here.
This is nearing an hour.
Okay, if you need to wrap up, I'm good.
Yeah,
this turned into a podcast, so you know what I mean. I need you to brainstorm. We got to come up with a podcast name, and we change the title of this. That works for me. We don't have to have a set schedule or anything either. It's just whenever you want to, whenever you feel like talking NBA, we can hop on here and do it for a little bit.
Oh yeah.
You know me, I could talk about sports for freaking. It's 24 hours.
I could go on forever, bro. There's two things I could go on for forever about, and it's sports and music.
Yeah, that you can't listen to.
Fuck you.
So just last thing, we'll address this last comment. Do you think that? I don't think that's going to happen at all. Could you see Wall somehow going to the Timberwolves? First off, would he even fit with the Timberwolves?
I think. Who's their point guard?
I wish I could tell him. They're a bad team.
Okay.
Is it?
I don't think they have a point guard, so maybe. I mean, Edwards is a shooting guard, but I think they kind of play him a point guard.
They play Edwards at? Russell's point guard.
I think they did for one game.
Is D'Angelo play point guard for him?
Not Bill Russell, D'Angelo. Yeah, I forgot
wow.
D'Angelo.
Yeah, we got to end this. You're falling apart now. I will gladly talk NBA with you. You got to make sure. You got to remember, Bill Russell's retired, bro.
Yeah.
All right. So we're all good. All right. Thanks for hopping on here, man. This was fun. So you can leave, and then I'll give my little outro, and then we'll end there. Thank you so much. Make sure, real quick. Real quick, guys. Make sure you subscribe to his channel. You just gotta. It's right there. Actually, the channel's there, and then you can just type in that name. You should be. I'd imagine he's the only channel with that name, so that'll be very helpful. Also, we got a little thing, our side scrolling here. Make sure to please like this video or stream if you're watching live video after the fact. It'd mean a lot to me. It helps grow the channel, and like I said, we just told them there we're gonna see more NBA content from me in the future too. Starting to get more into that. So thank you guys for watching this stream. Please subscribe, turn the bell on if you want to stay tuned for more NBA content. I also do plenty of Steelers and Notre Dame content throughout the year as well, especially during the actual season. So make sure you look out for that. Anyways, guys, this is KMA Preston signing out. Thank you so much for watching. See you guys later.